let's get into it. So, if you've been following my career any length of time, you've been with me any length of time, then you know that I've been on the fence about taking the Sisterlock course and becoming certified in doing Sisterlocks. And I really couldn't put my finger on a reason. It was a lot of different things that made me feel that way, but it was more, I'm sorry, I'm fidgeting. Y'all know how I do when I get on these videos. I'm not finna do all that editing. Fuck that. Okay. Anyway, it was more about the fact that I'm a licensed cosmetologist and I had to go through a lot of changes in order to become licensed as a cosmetologist. Okay. And even still, in order to keep my license up to par, I have to go through a lot of changes. I have to go through classes. They add different things, like they added the domestic violence course. They added the, what was the other one we had to do? It was in the same vein of domestic violence. I can't remember exactly. It escapes me right now, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. The fact that I have to do sanitation, constant sanitation, and that I have to constantly be reminded of the cell properties and the different hair types and sanitation again, you know, of the head and different diseases of the scalp and the skin. You know, I'm constantly having to be refreshed on these things. I have to pay money. I have to take classes. I have to go in front of people who I have to trust that they know what they're talking about in order to educate me so that I can continue to provide services to my clients in the capacity in which I do it. Okay. To be able to go take a class sitting next to somebody who has never, ever experienced any of the things that I've experienced as a cosmetologist. People who think Suave and Tresemme is good shampoo to use on your locks, okay? Because they've been doing natural hair for however long. You know, I can go sit next to somebody who decided corporate America was no longer for them. So rather than go to college or beauty school and actually get the credentials to be able to service people in the same capacity as me, they could just go take a class and be certified. They can go pay a couple $1,000, take a class, couple days, be certified, and hey, they right next to me doing what I do, okay? That never sat right with me. That never sat well in my spirit. And it wasn't enough for me to say, no, I don't want to take this class. No, I don't want to do it. Because I still had it. I still had it in me. And I still felt like, well, maybe I will take it. Because for some reason, people feel good about Sisterlocks. For some reason, people feel like the Sisterlock community is something that they want to be a part of or that fits them and their lifestyle. And, you know, it's more than just a hairstyle. It's sisterhood. You know, for me, I'm looking at it like, in that vein, okay, cool. You know, it's a sisterhood. It's about belonging to something. And as a community of Black and brown people, we need that. We need the closeness and the support of one another. That's important. I get it. So in recent weeks, I've been noticing an influx of complaints. And it's not the first time that I've seen practitioners who were once with the brand complain. Okay. It's not the first time. I've actually had whole conversations on social media with people who have had complaints about the brand. And that wasn't necessarily enough to sway me, because I know people have their own issues with everything and everybody. We all deal with different things in different ways, okay? We all have our own structure and how we handle life and relationships. But again, in recent weeks, I've seen more and more complaints about the brand. And a video was released about the creator of the brand and some things that she said about previous Sisterlock consultants and even those of us who aren't consultants. And it made me think, after having a conversation with a peer who enlightened me on some things as well, it made me think, this is why it was never solid. I could never find a solid reason not to take this class, because I wasn't really sure. I wasn't 100% sure. You know, I've never been a big fan of sororities and fraternities and gangs and, you know, clubs and things like that. And it's not the people, it's the premise. You know, we say it's networking and it's about getting to know people and building relationships, and indeed it is. But for a lot of people, it's not. For a lot of people, it's about that title. It's about that prestige. It's about the bragging rights, and I'm a part of this, and I'm this, and you not, and you blah, blah, blah. You know, because you hear people criticize the fact, like my locks. My locks aren't traditional sister locks. They just regular micro locks. Nothing special. I didn't have to take a class. I don't use a special tool. I don't have a trademark. I don't have a patent. I don't have a special grid layout that I got to do, specific rotations. You know, it ain't no specific wording in none of it. I ain't got nobody signing disclosures in order to get my services done. It's, you know, it's just an acknowledgement form, basically giving you room to respect my policies, or this is what's going to happen. All that other stuff is like, what we doing, you know? So to find out that the creator of this program, this brand, is the head of the snake, like to hear her say the things that she said, and to hear prior consultants have the complaints that they have about the things that she said and about the way she's running her company, and then being able to go a little further and find more information. Like, she sued a bunch of people who either worked with her at one point, or, you know, who were against whatever her core beliefs are. You know, you constantly taking people to court who look like you, who operate in the same capacity as you, who are trying to make a living and a life for themselves as you are, you know. But we talk about sisterhood. You don't want nobody else to win, so you taking them to court because of sisterhood. You got this brand that boasts sisterhood, that boasts connectedness and belonging and being bigger than an individual, and yet you taking your people to court because they disagree with you. Because they disagree with you and your belief system. That's a problem for me. And I don't want to be a part of that. I worked in salon environments, and that's how they operated. So I get asked a lot, well, why are you in a salon suite? Because collectiveness, connectivity, and belonging does not ring the same for me as it does for everyone else. And if I see that the head of the snake is the problem in a program that I really can't decide on, you made the decision for me. You made the decision for me. So to now it makes sense why so many consultants are pretentious as about this. Now it makes sense why so many clients who have the service are so pretentious. And I gotta plug my phone, my battery about to die. But now it makes sense to me why you have so many personalities where people are just extremely negative and extremely just, it's like your whole disposition is, I'm better than you because I'm a consultant. I'm better than you because I use the tool, and I'm better than you because I can call mine that, but you can't. And this is why when people ask me what's the difference, I educate them. Yes, I'm giving you free advertisement, but if free advertisement means that my client leaves me a little wiser and it gives me room to see who I'm about to service, then I've done my job. Because one of my questions is, are you looking for prestige? In my consultation, are you looking for a sense of belonging? Are you looking for a sense of prestige? Are you looking for praise when you come to me looking for this hairstyle? Or are you genuinely and generally just wanting your hair in this particular style for personal reasons, because you just want something different? Like, I can go for those answers. I can't go for, I want to be a part of something. I want to be a sister lock. Well, if they not sister locks, I don't want them. Like, like my clients have told me that people in the street have said things to them that were out of pocket because they didn't have sister locks. So the reason I made this video is because I just needed to be made clear for those of you considering me. I'm not a consultant. I will never be a consultant. I don't even follow the same belief system as many of the people who are a part of that sisterhood. Because I move different. I left salon environments because of the same attitude. So if you want that, then I'm not your person. I don't do pretense. I don't do fake. I don't do any of that. You're welcome.